Well, welcome to Connect. We're excited that you're here. We've got a lot to cover. We're going to go pretty fast. And you might think that now that you're using a technical product, we're going to talk technology and all the little bells and whistles and bloated features that everybody else has. We're not. We're going to start with philosophy. It's critical that you understand where you're going, why you're going. And then there's a method, so how you get there, and then we'll bolt on technology and the thing will go fast. You know, one of the things Chet Holmes, you can read his stuff, he's really good. One of the things he said long ago, he goes, you know what, business builders, entrepreneurs, salespeople, marketing people, they think that they need to be so creative all the time. They think that they need to do like 4,000 different times. The problem is that's a recipe for disaster. What you really need is to understand 6 basic like cookie cutters and then apply them 4,000 times. And when you do that, deal's done. You can go out, unplug and go to the Caribbean, do whatever you want. Meanwhile, the people around you are still struggling and thinking they've got to work for 40 years and can't wait to downsize and die and retire and all that. Meanwhile, you've been free for a long time. So we're going to talk about those 6 pieces. Now, and with Connect, what happens is once you have the first piece down, then that opens the second piece and the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Now, you can go as fast as you want. You can clip through this stuff and be rocking and rolling like immediately. If it takes you a little longer, that's cool too. But it's like, when you walk into it, like when you board in an airplane, when you walk on and you look at the cockpit of the 747 or whatever it is, you go, wow, you see they've got little seats and there's dials and switches and pedals and levers and all kinds of like, man. But the thing is, they didn't start there. They started with something more simple. They started with fewer gauges and a little different sort of plane. But as they practiced and grew, they could open up more and more and more. And pretty soon they're flying a 747 all over the planet. And that's what you can do too. So we're going to start. First thing we're going to start with, Einstein. Einstein, brilliant man. He should have been in business because he has some pretty cool things. We're going to tear a page or two out of his notebook and apply it. Then we're going to talk about targets. We target things a little bit differently because we want to go big. And you probably want to start making money right away, right? So there's targets to make money right away, and there's ways to grow this and target different things so you've got business flowing to you. And it's easier to do. We're tilting the playing field so things roll to you. We're going to tilt it for your benefit, and it tilts for a long time. The third thing is the method. There's this thing we call revolving method. That if you only do that, that's what we found in Rewire. We did that. We doubled our business. And then it's creative contact. The little things you can do to get remembered. The little things that set you apart from the competition in a positive way. That sets you apart from the sea of everybody else. And then we're going to talk about remarketing. Remarketing takes a place of that old sales funnel that you should kick to the curb and remarket. If you only do remarket, it'll change your world. And then we're going to talk about analytics, because after we've got all this stuff cooking, then we've got stuff to analyze, then we're going to tweak it to make it better. After that, there's all kinds of advanced things you can do. One of the things that a lot of people love is Connect. You can actually connect other Connect users. So, like one of the things that I did when I first started using it is like I got other people to do some of the things that they could do just as effectively as me. One of the things I realized is I only want to work with the most, what I'd call the most important things, like the things that will make me the greatest amount of money or take me farthest. If it's like first things first. So the software allows me to do first things first in just the nature of it. It takes the burden of sorting data off my mind. The little Connect software does that. Allows me the opportunity to use my mental and physical energy to make more connections and get business farther. But then when other people can connect in, man, it just multiplies, so it's really cool. And then there's all kinds of custom filtering and sorting and sending little custom messages. And the thing is, I'm not just going to tell you about it, because I'm a Connect user too. I'm a business owner, a business grower, a business expander, and I use Connect. And what better way, what do you want, a technical guy that goes, well, here's how to send emails? Or do you want to have somebody who uses this to expand their empire on a regular basis to show you the little tricks? Because that way, when we're through the basic stuff, I'll tell you why I'm doing it a certain way, the philosophy behind it that matches the method, that matches this exponential growing kind of process you can do. So without further ado, let's jump in and launch this thing.